Hello guys, let's talk about how to create a rectangle in Canvas. Okay, how to create rectangles in Canvas. In the previous video, I spoke about creating different shapes, but I also told you that in this video we will talk about how to create a rectangle because there is a specific method that you can use to create your rectangle in HTML Canvas. So these are the usual codes that we have written since the beginning of this tutorial series. Here you have to define your canvas and the border in order for it to show on the screen. Here is the JavaScript variable declaration that you need to have. So now if you have to create a rectangle as usual, so we will say CTX. So CTX is here for the context because Canvas is used for drawing two-dimensional drawings. Okay, so that's it. So we are applying the context to our canvas here. Okay, so we will say CTX begin path. So the begin path is a method that is going to let the browser know that we are beginning a path or we are beginning a new drawing. And then if you want to create a rectangle, so you will use the method rect. Okay, so we say rect like this, open and close the brackets. So this is the method that you're going to use. So in this particular method, you can have at least four parameters. Okay, so if I say 40, comma 40 and 250, comma 150 like this. Yes, so now still nothing will show on the screen because we need to use the stroke method to actually do the drawing on the canvas. So if you say stroke like this, there you have your rectangle showing on the canvas. So let's come back to some of the parameters here. So as I said, this method rect adds a rectangle to the path because we said begin path here. If you want to add the rectangle to our path, we will need to use the rect method. Okay, the first parameter here is representing the x coordinate, okay, of the upper left corner of the screen of your rectangle. So this is this particular coordinate. And the second parameter is representing the y coordinate of the upper left of the corner of the rectangle. So still this part here. So this is like a starting point of our rectangle. Now, the third parameter is representing the width of the rectangle. So it says this width here, from here to here. And then the fourth parameter will logically represent the height of the rectangle in pixels. So this here to here. So this is basically how you create a rectangle to you add a rectangle to your path. Yes, so for the rectangle, you can also maybe add some properties. So for example, if you want to add some color or some line width to your rectangle, you can still do that. So let's say, for example, here, we have a particular property. So the property that you add needs to be added before the stroke method. So that's why we are doing it here. So we'll say ctx that line width equals, what if we say 10 here? So now you have the rectangle showing this way. And then we can also say ctx that stroke style. So we are going now to specify the color of the rectangle. So if I say tomato like this is a color name. Yeah, so now we have our rectangle. So we can even increase that. We can do like this. If you increase the width, we can also increase the height of our rectangle like this. Maybe decrease that a little bit. Yes. So here we will have this particular rectangle here as showing on the screen. You know what we can do else is that we can actually add other rectangles. For example, if we want to add another rectangle inside this particular rectangle, okay, just for fun. First of all, let me just change a little bit of these parameters. So if I say maybe 20 like this and 20 here, yes, and maybe this, if I said 250, okay, and 480 like this. Well, no, that will not do. Maybe 450 for the first rectangle. All right, so this is actually good. So now if we want to add another rectangle, we will simply come in here, copy and paste. So we will have another begin path method. What else should we have? Maybe of the first thing we will do is to change these parameters. So here I will say 60, for example, and then 60 here. If I say this, yeah, then now you have this particular rectangle, and I will decrease the width and the height of this rectangle. So we'll have this rectangle there. So if I change the color, maybe here I want some blue. So I will have this particular color assigned to my rectangle. Yes, so I can add another one if you want. So here as well, I need a begin path. And so this, if I said 100 like this, and 100, and decrease this to 250, maybe 50 like this. Okay, so now I will have this particular rectangle showing on the screen. And I can change the color, say green, for example. Yes, I can even maybe say 100 like this. Yeah, have this particular rectangle showing this way. Or maybe move that a little bit to the right. Okay, again. Yes, so I'll have this 140. This will say 200. Yes, so I will have this particular rectangle. If I say 220 like this, 240. Yes. All right, so now you see how you can create a rectangle using HTML canvas. All right, we've used this particular method to create our rectangle as you can see on the screen here. All right. So guys, I hope the video was informative and feel free to write in the comment section if you have any question or if you have anything to add to whatever I've said in the video. And let's meet in the next video. And don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel.